All right, let's talk about something you might have heard of, but maybe written off: rent to own, specifically for getting a work trailer. The whole idea we're digging into today is that this isn't just some last-ditch effort. It can actually be a really smart, strategic move for your business. So let's break down how that works. Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start with the problem, that waiting game dilemma. Then we'll jump into the alternative, this rent-to-own idea, and see how it could actually help build your financial future. We'll also cover the flexibility you get, and then wrap it all up with a final thought. First up, the waiting game. I mean, this is such a classic problem, right? You know you need that one piece of gear to really start growing your business, but there's always that big financial hurdle standing in the way. So, does this hit close to home? You've got jobs ready to go, you've got the drive, but that work trailer you need, it just feels impossible to get because you don't have a pile of cash sitting around, and maybe your credit isn't perfect for a traditional loan. Yeah, that's a really tough, frustrating spot to be stuck in. So, what do? Well, you've basically got two paths. Path one, you wait. You try to save up the cash, but while you're waiting, you're delaying work, you're postponing earnings, you're missing out. Path two is to get that trailer now and start making money right away. And that's the key, isn't it? The cost of waiting isn't just about the calendar days, it's about all the money and opportunities you're leaving on the table. And that's where this idea of a strategic alternative comes in. We're talking about rent to own, but framed in a way you might not have thought about it before. Not just as a rental, but as a real, deliberate financial move. Okay, so here's the most important thing to get straight. This isn't like renting an apartment where you're just throwing money away every month. Nope. This is set up as a true installment loan, so every single payment you make is actually building equity. It's getting you one step closer to owning that trailer free and clear. This leads to a really powerful idea, that this one decision can actually help you build a stronger financial future. It's not just about getting a trailer anymore. It's about what happens next. And the first big promise is this: you can build your credit and do it fast. Now that's a pretty bold claim, so let's see how it's supposed to work. Here's the secret sauce. The program actually reports your payments to the credit bureaus. So every time you pay on time, it's a gold star on your credit report, helping boost your score. And this isn't just about the trailer loan. Think bigger. A better credit score opens doors to all sorts of things. Better rates on cars, a mortgage, maybe even that big business loan you've been dreaming of. Now, here's another feature that could be an absolute game changer for a lot of people. What if you don't have a social security number? Well, turns out that's not a deal breaker here. And this is a huge deal. The program works with an ITIN. That means you can start building a U.S. credit profile right now, even without a social. This is a really rare feature. Most lenders just won't do it. So this could be that first crucial step onto the financial ladder for a lot of folks. Okay, so building credit is the long game. But what about right now? What are the immediate wins? Well, this next part is all about getting control over your work and your finances today. And here it is, the big one, the immediate payoff. You get the tool you need to do your job right now. No more waiting. The logic here is just simple and powerful. You don't have to drain your bank account. You get an asset that makes you money right out of the gate. The idea is that the trailer literally starts paying for itself. It becomes a tool that helps you earn and grow from the very first day you have it. Now, let's talk about something I love to see: flexibility. What happens if you have a great run of business and get ahead financially? Well, you're not punished for it. There's no penalty for paying it all off early. You gotta love how clear this is. A big, fat zero. That's what you'll pay in penalties if you want to pay off your trailer ahead of schedule. Nothing. That's a huge piece of financial control right there. So imagine this. You have an amazing 6 months or a great year. You can just take that extra cash, pay off the whole balance, and boom, you own the trailer. Free and clear, way sooner than you might have thought possible. But wait, the strategy doesn't even stop there. There's another long-term play here, using this rent-to-own agreement as a stepping stone to an even better deal down the road. Here's how that works. After just a few months of solid, on-time payments, your credit score is up. Now you can walk into a bank or a credit union and refinance the trailer, probably at a much lower interest rate.
Not only does that save you money, but it starts building a real relationship with a local lender. And that is absolutely invaluable for your future.
So let's pull all these threads together. When you look at getting the gear now, building your credit, and having all this flexibility, you start to see a picture of a really strategic investment, not just a compromise you have to make. And this quote really just says it all, doesn't it? When your options are limited, rent to own isn't settling, it's strategic. The point is, you're not just waiting for your future to happen, you're actively building it with a real tool that's working for you today. So that leaves us with this final question to chew on. Is your equipment just sitting there? Or is it an active partner in your success? Is it working for you today while you work on your future? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.